I'm Tanner. I am 23. I had a vertical gastric sleeve in January 27th, 2016. I am almost 15 months post-op right now. At my heaviest, I was 255, and now I'm around 170. You know, I think making the decision for any surgery is a little bit difficult, but I had been fighting with my weight for so long and doing so many different things and on paper doing everything the right way and seeing no result that I needed change. I could feel how much my lifestyle had changed due to the weight gain. I had been very athletic in high school and I could not do the same things. I could not perform in the same way. I couldn't do basic things that I enjoyed. I could not wear clothes that I used to like. I couldn't function in the same situations that my friends could because of my weight. So it felt really, really stressful and very hurtful a lot to be the age that I am and be so different from all my friends. Especially being in a sorority. That was probably the hardest because all of my friends, all of my sorority sisters were little and thin and doing all this stuff that I just couldn't do, or it didn't look right when I did it. They had to make special shirts for me when we had things printed or when we went to special events. One of the first things after surgery when I really, really felt different and I really felt change was I could run a mile at pace again. I didn't realize how the weight affected me so adversely until it wasn't there anymore. It was just absolutely night and day. You have no idea until it's gone. There is a bridal gown boutique that I model for where I went to college. I bought a ball gown from them a few years ago, and ever since then they do bridal showcases, girls' night out, just different events throughout the year. And they've always called me to model for them because I've got good stage presence and I have tattoos and I appeal to a different demographic. Well, we went through a period for a couple years where they started to struggle to find dresses for me. And I knew it and they knew it, but they just absolutely adored me, so they kept inviting me back, and they'd put me in mother of the bride gowns, bridesmaids dresses, dresses that were intended for pregnant bridesmaids, things like that. You know, kind of bummed me out, but I like to get dressed up and stuff, so I went anyway. Okay. So about a month ago, they put out a notice on social media for a casting call for models for a bridal showcase. And I called them, said, hi, you know, it's me. Saw your thing, and they said, fantastic, we were looking for your number, we couldn't find it. Come in just a couple days and we'll get you fitted. I walked in and I had dyed my hair red and they did not recognize me at all. They asked me what my name was, and when I told them, the girl jumped back and went, oh my God, look at you. I don't think you were this small when I met you as a freshman in college. And I said, no, I wasn't. She was like, and then, oh, they had the most fun trying to pick out dresses for me, and I got put in so many dresses. I ended up modeling like 4. I've had a couple of people who questioned that, who basically told me that I was taking the easy way out, that I was quitting by getting bariatric surgery. And I usually tell them that they just don't understand. You don't understand because it's not the same. Obviously, if I could have dieted and exercised to get the weight off, I would have, and I tried for a very long time. I am familiar with proper eating habits. I am familiar with exercise techniques. I was a varsity powerlifter. I was a dancer. I was a swimmer. I know how to eat to fuel my body, and I know how to exercise for my body type. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. Society absolutely drills it into your head that diet and exercise, you can lose the weight. They don't take into account that it might be your own body, that there might be issues. I don't want to say that it's a lie, but it's a lie that they're drilled into you, and basically telling you that every body is cookie cutter and they're going to function the same way and your metabolism is the same as everybody else's, when it's just not true. There are people who are naturally very thin. There are people who naturally put on muscle easier than others. Every body is going to be different, and for them to insist that, well, you did it to yourself, you can undo it, is wrong. It's just not right. Biologically, that is incorrect. And some people just need help differently than others. Some people cannot undo it on their own like other people can. I just really hate that people are like, well, you did it, fix it. Like, okay, well, next time you break your MacBook, you fix it. Yeah. You fix it. You know how to do that, right? You broke it, so you should know how to fix it. That's the same logic, and oh man. And granted, and I tell people, like, this was me. I did do that, but I could not undo it. I take accountability that the reason I gained all the weight was me. I got into college, I made some poor choices. I was, you know, staying up all night. You know, you want to go to Whataburger at 3 a.m.? Do you want to go eat the pizza? You know, I'm going to stay up all night and cram for exam, and I'm going to chug 3 Red Bulls before I get to class in the morning. Everybody else is doing it. You know, doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Easy to fall into the freshman 15 and the sophomore 60, and you know. That's what I always say. I gained the sophomore 60 and then some. I explain the surgery and the difference it makes and how it changes things. I tell them what it is. It is the equalizer. This surgery is the equalizer. You're told before, you know, you're told when you gain weight, diet and exercise will fix it. That's not necessarily true. Like I said, biologically it is incorrect. Your body is different. This surgery is the equalizer. This makes it true. With this surgery, your diet and exercise, you will see the results. You will lose the weight. Things will change. So that's what I tell everyone. This surgery was my equalizer. It changed everything. It made that statement true. I was a little bit worried. I was a little bit scared, but it gave me my life back. At 22, I was living with a whole nother person wrapped around me, keeping me from doing the things I wanted to do and the life I wanted to live and the career I wanted to obtain. And that's what I tell everybody. I'm like, you know, absolutely try diet and exercise. Try, you know, and make sure you're doing it correctly. Absolutely, you know, don't do like crazy crash diets or anything. And I always tell them, that, you know, true sustainable weight loss. But if it just isn't working, it's just not going, consider this, because it really, I mean, it may not be your fault. And you may really, truly need that help. Don't make yourself suffer any longer than you have to. Don't waste your youth feeling like you can fix a problem that you might not be able to. It made such a huge difference for me. It gave me my entire life back. At 22 years old, I was carrying around a whole nother person. And I hate to think that there are other girls out there my age that this could help. You could get back into doing whatever you wanted. You can get back into your whole life. You can get your whole life back with just this simple little procedure. And like I said, the recovery was so fast and so easy, and I'm so angry with myself for not doing it earlier and not starting the process earlier, that if I can help you, if I can tell you, it's nothing to be ashamed about. Getting your life back is nothing to be ashamed about. Getting back to who you are and not feeling like society is angry with you for looking the way you do or feeling the way you do. You shouldn't have to feel like you need to suffer because you made a mistake.